Hey guys, this is VinylMan95, and today I kind of wanted to do a CD update video. Um, I recorded the last one about a year ago, and I've gotten tons of CDs since then. Um, Before I get to the main part, I want to show you all the box sets that I got. I have the John Lennon box set, which is facing backwards. Pink Floyd's Discovery. Yes is the studio albums 1969 through 1987, the Beatles in mono, and Bob Dylan the complete album collection, which doesn't have his new jazz stuff, but whatever. Anyway, so now we're gonna go to the CD collection. Up here really hasn't changed much. AC/DC, I've really only added one album, which is Fly on the Wall. But other than that, everything is generally the same. But I've gotten Billy Joel. I've gotten into Billy Joel since last video. I have The Stranger, 52nd Street, and Billy Joel's Greatest Hits, Volumes 1 and 2. Alright, now into the second row. Again, not much has changed. I have gotten Bob Marley's Natty Dread. I also just ordered his first album, which should be coming anytime soon. I've gotten Chicago, which is just the best of. Then underrated rock group right here, The Crazy World of Arthur Brown. David Bowie, I've gotten a few things from him. I've gotten Space Oddity, Low, and Reality since the last video. Yep. And then right here, I've gotten the Drifters Golden Hits. I actually just got this yesterday. I've also gotten Duran Duran's Rio. Gotten the Eagles' Greatest Hits. Always intended on buying the Eagles, but I never got around to it. Unfortunately, I bought it after he died. And, of course, Elton John and Elvis are the same. And then I finally got Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, Essential Recordings. Hold on. And, yeah. And then I've gotten a little bit into Green Day. Too, I have Dookie. Unfortunately, it doesn't have Ernie on the back cover. Whatever. American Idiot. And then, I don't know if I had this, but Guns N' Roses. Yeah, I did. Alright, now one of my favorite CDs I've been listening to a lot lately, the best of Herman's Hermits, which is actually signed by the lead singer, Peter Noone. I thought that was great. I've since gotten another Iron Maiden album, Power Slave, and that's the only one I have. Right over here, Surrealistic Pillow by Jefferson Airplane. Jimi Hendrix has stayed the same, but I've gotten John Denver's Greatest Hits. Yeah, Kiss is the same, Led Zeppelin's the same, but I've gotten Little Richard. It's best of, has basically all the well-known hits. Here is the complete recordings of Looking Glass. Looking Glass, they were not necessarily a one-hit wonder, but they weren't really that big in the 70s. But they did the song Brandy, Your Fine Girl, which if anyone knows 70s music well, you'd probably know that song. But yeah, I really like their sound for some reason. I've actually gotten a ton of Lou Reed since the last video. Lou Reed Live, which is says it's the extended edition, but it's not. Lou Reed's Coney Island Baby, And this is hard to get out. That's what she said. Lou Reed, the original album classics, has Rock and Roll Animal, Rock and Roll Heart, Street Hassle, The Bells, and Growing Up in Public. Oh man, my hand hurts. Just kidding. And then I've gotten the McCoys. Kind of like Looking Glass, they're a one-hit wonder. They did Hang On Sloopy, and they had a few other hits, so they're not really a one-hit wonder. I like their sound too. They're kind of like a combination of like the Beach Boys and maybe Revolver era Beatles. I've added one Metallica album actually. Reload, which is okay, but it's not really my cup of tea. I finally got more Michael Jackson as well. Off the Wall. I already had Thriller, but I also finally have Bad. They're alright albums. I wouldn't say I listen to Michael Jackson constantly, but it's okay. I got this yesterday with the Drifters, Miles Davis, A Kinda Blue. I'm not really a jazz guy, but I think I might be now. Because I popped A Kinda Blue into my car system, and dang, it's really soothing, and it's a really good album. Haven't really added much Nirvana, but I finally did get Ozzy Osbourne, Blizzard of Oz, and then the tribute live album with Randy Rhoads. Alright. Paul McCartney, I haven't added much. Run Devil Run, and Chaos and Creation in the Backyard. And for Paul Simon, I had the two last time. I said I was going to get a lot more Paul Simon, but the only thing I've really added was Graceland, which is a superb album. I did get a lot of Prince. I kind of was getting into Prince right before he died. I'd been listening to Purple Rain and all that stuff. But when he died, kind of shook me in a way. Because someone so creative and talented had left us. So, yeah. I'll show all the Prince stuff. This is the 1979 self-titled Prince. Has I Want to Be Your Lover, 1999, which has 1999 and the Little Red Corvette. Purple Rain has hits like When Doves Cry, Let's Go Crazy in the title track. And then Around the World in a Day, which has Raspberry Beret. Sign of the Times. This is actually a really good album. It's a double album, and it just showcases Prince at his most creative. And then, I had this CD a long time ago, but I don't know whatever happened to it. The Batman soundtrack. I used to have this, but I don't know where it went, so I just got a new copy. And then, a best of Prince. So yeah, and then I got, in the R's, I've added Rainbow Rising. It's a really, really good classic metal album. I mean, it has Ronnie James Dio of Dio and Black Sabbath and Ritchie Blackmore of Deep Purple, so it's gonna be good. I have the Rolling Stones now, and other than that, I haven't really added much to the Rolling Stones or to Rush, but I've gotten a lot more in the S category. I have Simon and Garfunkel, Sound of Silence, Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme. And my personal favorite, and what a lot of people think is their personal favorite, Bridge Over Troubled Waters. Yeah, haven't really added too much Soundgarden, but I've gotten the best of Stevie Wonder. I'm planning on collecting his albums soon. Alright, now onto the last row. This is the greatest hits of a group from the 60s called Strawberry Alarm Clock. I actually have a 2 CD set that's coming in the mail soon of theirs as their first 2 albums. They're mainly known for the song "Incense and Peppermints," which was a huge hit in the Summer of Love. But yeah, Van Halen. Oh crap! I'll get that fixed. Van Halen's. I have the debut album, Van Halen 2 in 1984. I haven't really added to my Velvet Underground, but I've gotten Weezer's Blue album, which is alright. I'm not the biggest Weezer fan, but that album's alright. Wham! Make It Big. This was another album I used to own when I was younger, but again, I lost it like an idiot. So, unfortunately, I had to buy it again after George Michael's death. But I used to love this album. I loved Careless Whisper and Freedom and Wake Me Up Before You Go. Used to have this album. I'm glad I have it again. Nothing's really changed with The Who. And then the last 2 that I've added are pretty interesting. This is a best of the band The Yardbirds, Shape of Things. Yeah, they were kind of like a beat freak kind of band from the 60s. It had 3 really well-known guitarists, Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, and Jimmy Page. And they're kind of known as like the pre-Led Zeppelin. And definitely with songs like Happenings 10 Years Time Ago and Over, Under, Sideways, Down, I could see that. And then the last one I picked up was Odyssey and Oracle by the Zombies. It's a really good album. Has great songs like Care of Self 44 and Butcher's Tale. And Changes, which is not the David Bowie Changes, because, well, this came out before it, but, yeah. Alright, so that's my updated CD collection. And, oh, I forgot to mention that slipcase thing is a Led Zeppelin greatest hits that I've had for forever. But, yeah, so that's the updated CD list. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Hopefully I'll be making more, like, updates, I guess. But I've just been pretty busy and haven't had the time to record singular updates, so I think this knocked them out. Alright, see you guys.